Good morning, Rancho High School, and welcome to my tutorial. Before we get started, I would like to introduce myself, tell you guys a little bit about myself. My name is Ana Saavedra. I am also known here in Las Vegas as Anita's Makeup Glam. I go ahead and leave one of the links of my social medias in case you guys would like to follow my work, probably recreate some of my art. Please go ahead and tag me. I would really love that. Other than that, I will also like thank Rancho High School for giving me this amazing opportunity to show my talent and my work to you guys. I would like for you guys to enjoy this tutorial as much as I have been enjoying it, creating these amazing skulls. I will promise I will make this the most simple and most fast way that you guys can ever do it. So never say you can, because you always can. Oh, can I also mention that I went to Rancho High School? Class of 05, hey. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and start preparing our face. First off, we always have to protect our face due to all the chemicals that are some of these face paints. So in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with a moisturizer. A quick tip that I would like to give you guys will be not to use any primer or moisturizer that is oil based. We are using water based face paint, so let's just make sure that we're not using anything with oil based. So we're gonna go ahead and do our moisturizer all over our beautiful face. Before I did this, I went ahead and cleaned my face. I used a cleansing water based as well, and remove any dirt or any oil that we have had in our face before. Alrighty. I'm sorry if I keep looking for that side. I have my monitor on that side, and it's a bad habit. So after we are done with our moisturizer, we're going to go ahead and do a thin layer of our primer. And today I am using the primer from Pharmacy VFX Pro. I love this primer. If you guys like a Smashbox, that's almost the same, but a lot cheaper. So we're going to go ahead and add our primer only on our areas where we are mostly oily or where mostly of our makeup will crack. So mostly I like to apply it on our T-zone area. Our T-zone will be our forehead, on the bottom of our eyes, our nose, our chin, and upper lip. So after we finish applying our primer, I'm going to do a little bit of an eyelid, sorry. So after we done that, we're also going to spray a little bit of prep, which is my little MAC Prep Prime. We're going to wait for all of this to set in our skin. And after that, we're going to go ahead and get started. Today, I'm going to be using the Ben Nye Clown White. And this is how it looks. I'm sorry if this doesn't focus very well. And we're going to go ahead and apply that. You have two options. You could do a sponge or you could do a brush. I find it way easier with this brush. This brush is from Real Techniques. And you just start applying it. All white. Remember, we're creating a skull. And the skull is mostly white. We are just going to be carefully not to go around our eyes and around our nose. So as far away as possible from your eyes and your nose. We could go ahead and cover the lips if we want. So just keep applying. If I keep looking down here, it's because I have my mirror. So let's just make sure that we just do like little strokes. So we're going to go ahead and apply this all over except around our eyes and our nose. You guys want to bring it down the neck? Go ahead and do so. So my favorite makeup for Halloween has to be the skulls, hands down. I enjoy it. Every year I have to create one. Okay. So let me go ahead and finish the whole white and I'll be right back. Applying all the white. This is how it should be looking. I'm just going to go all around again and just dab, dab, dab. Not swiping anymore because I don't want to create those lines in there. So just dab all over. Girls, you guys already know this technique. Just dab, dab, dab. And gentlemen, just follow along. So just go ahead and dab all over. Finish taking all those stripes around. And it should look like this. Alrighty. Then we're going to go in with a little makeup remover wipey. And we're just going to clean the areas in between here, because we don't want to mix that with the black color, because then we're going to create a gray instead of a actual black or actual white. Now it's very important not to go above your eyebrow. So you want something between your eyebrow and your forehead or your temples. So just go ahead and remove as much as you can, but following that circle shape, sorry. And there you go. You got one. I think we went a little bit too much on this side, so I'll go back. So simple. Just dab, 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 and the white paint will go back up. So it's very simple. There you go. We covered. Now we do the same thing on the other eye. Just go around, clean, make it look as mostly clean and neat as possible. Remember not to go too much above your eyebrow. If you do any mistakes, don't worry. Just come in and start dabbing again with the product that you have in your brush. Just like that. Start cleaning on the side. It's very, very, very important for you guys to clean, for the simple fact that once you add the black, it doesn't touch as much as the white, so it doesn't look gray. It actually will look white and black. So there you go. You step back, you sort of see that they're evenly. They don't have to be as even as possible, but just as much as you can. We'll go in the nose and remove some of the makeup in the nose. And that much. So it should look something like this. Don't get too close to the eyes. Remove the white makeup from your nose. Try to follow that circular motion. If you have any imperfections, just go in there with a little makeup wipey, clean as much as you can to look like a circle, and the nose as well, just so that when we add the black, it doesn't mix and start looking gray. After we are done with that, I went over again with my brush and I started dabbing all the makeup paint for it not to look like when I was doing stripes. You don't want that, so you're gonna go in and dab, just dab, dab, dab. And that's going to create a very even layer. And always white is very important for you guys to do the cover up very nicely. So we're going to go ahead and start now setting everything with our RCMA setting powder. I love using this setting powder. It's a translucent base, so it's perfect. So we're going to add a little bit here. We're going to come in with a little sponge. You could also use a beauty blender. You could also use that. And all you're going to do is just dab. Dab all that white translucent powder in your face. Once you have done that, using the Crayola Aqua colors, this is how it looks. And we're going to go in with the black. And this is where the fun part starts. You go in for your makeup brush, a synthetic makeup brush. We're going to have a little bit of water here. So they're dry till you add water in. So they're water purple. Above the eyebrow. And on the side. Close to our temples. And on the bottom. And just follow it. and close it. So now we're gonna start looking like a little panda. It's okay, we'll get it fixed. So just go over it again till it's completely black. Remember, we will be touching some of that white paint, so some of the areas are gonna try to look gray. So it's very important that you go over it as many times as you like to create that black look. So it's gonna look like a circle. Now we're gonna create the exact same step for the other eye, and we're gonna fill in all the black. So all of the eye, black. All of it. Since you guys already create that line around it, it's way easier just to fill in the inside. Just remember to do black. A little tip on this, once you're adding this once you're adding this paint, make sure that you guys swipe the paint towards the movement of your eyebrows. So like this. So that when that paint dries, your eyebrows stay set. So when you're looking sideways, your eyebrows are still setting down. This makeup paint, this face paint, it's water-based, so it doesn't affect anything around your area. If you're allergic to face paint, this one is water-based, so it's really rare for someone to be allergic to this paint. Around the eye, the bottom, don't go inside your eye. You could do that with a black pencil liner, just on the inside of your, just so that we don't get any of that paint in our eyes. Just go in with a black eyeliner, a pencil liner. So cover that. Okay, now we're gonna go in with this more smaller detail brush, and we're gonna start making these circles actually look like skull eyes. So we're gonna dab that black color, and you just want to follow your own body structure. Follow your bones. Just go around, touch a little bit, and see. Just try to follow your bone structure. In my case, I want to make it look like they're been cracking for a while. So we're going to go ahead and expand it here. Let's see. Right here. So I'm going to do a little line, just like that. And we're going to make that line follow through, just like that. Go ahead and fill it in. Grab a little bit more water. Since we're doing this on top of white paint, we don't want to get that gray color. There you go. Now we're going to add another line and connect it just like that. There we go. And we're just going to do like a little swiggy line, but make sure we get it from the tip, just like that. Just go in, make it a little darker, just like that. Bring it in through here. Perfect. And I'm gonna recreate one here, but bigger. So it's gonna go something like that, bigger. So like that. And just fill it in. And make it more darker. Just like that. Let's make a little tiny one here. And just make sure we fill that in. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and recreate the same thing on this side of this eye. So I went ahead and speed the process in this area because it did took me a little bit longer than what I should have. As you can see, basically all I'm doing is taking that round shape around my eye and creating it into like an actual skull eye, pretending like it to be cracking on the sides. So all I did was what you guys see me doing earlier, squiggly lines, putting in the color black, bringing it down, randomly shapes. You definitely could get very creative with this step. It is very important that you guys keep cleaning your brush. We are adding black paint into white paint, and the last thing that we want is to create a color gray. So just keep cleaning in between. And we're going to start creating our nose. And we're going to start from the middle, like just doing a little V, like a Victor. Like that. And like that. Just like that. I'm going to do it a little bit more higher. There you go. That one's perfect. And go back in and do the other one. A little pointy as well. And we're going to bring it down. Nose. So we're going to bring it all the way down. Just like that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And bring it all the way down. Actually, a little bit more down. We're going to go back in. And there you go. Perfect. Go in with your little bigger brush. So just go in and fill out all the nose. Make sure you guys get every single little corner. Cover all that white paint on the bottom. And there you go. You got a sharp nose. Now we have the nose, our eyes. We're going to move in with our mouth. So still with the black detail brush. Grab in some of the black color. And straight. Just like that. Look straight. Just do a line. Start from the middle and then 4 lines across. I can't really talk while I'm doing this, but you guys will see what I am talking about. Okay guys, this part was a little bit difficult for me to explain what I was doing while I couldn't speak while I was doing lines straight down my lips. So I'll go ahead and explain to you step by step what I just did. So to begin with, I started with a black line starting in the middle of my lips. Then we're going to add 5 more lines on the right hand side and then 5 more lines on the right hand side. We're going to have a total of 11 lines. That technique has been helping me a lot to do these fake teeth to make it look more realistic. Also keep in mind that it's very important for you to keep cleaning that brush and every time you do a line. So that way you could keep getting that black rich color and keeping it black and white. Now, this is a little trick that I would like to show you guys. You go in with another clean brush, a detail brush, but clean. We're going to dip it into another clean water. We don't want to go back in the same little black water that we've been using with black paint because we're going to go in with white paint. We'll go in with our little white paint. And you're going to use this as your guide in case you messed up the first time. We are drawing a white line on top of white paint. So it's a little tip. So we're drawing a white line on top of white paint so you really can see if you messed up. So here we go. Just remember to follow your own face to guide yourself, your bones. So we're going to go in between, let's say, the cheek and your cheekbone. So my cheekbone is about right here. This is your cheek. So we're going to create like a line, but it's going to be like a smiley line, like woo. So here we go. Between, like ah, and you'll feel a little gap. Okay. So here we go. Just like that. So it goes just like that. Perfect. So I actually like the way that one looks. And now the hard part. recreating it on the other side to look as much as possible the same. So we're gonna do the same. Aw. And look for your body bump. There you go. Just a little round and up. Like a little smiley and then up, I guess you could say. I'm gonna start from here. And up, down and up. Just like that. So you look straight forward. And yeah, I like the placement. Perfect. So that's a little hint, a little tip for you guys. White first, and then if you like it, you do it. If not, you just go back, setting powder, and you start dabbing, and that line erases quickly. So we're gonna go in with the black paint. And we're gonna go in with this brush here. Not too detailed, but not too small. And this is the part where you gotta move fast. Since it's water-based, it will dry completely. So we're gonna go in and look for a brush. In this case, I'm gonna use this brush here. I use this to do contour in my clients. And we're gonna do that black line. Wet your brush as much as possible. We do need this line a little bit more wet because we're working with it. So we're just gonna follow that line like this. Just like that. And you're gonna add more product to it to make it look black as possible. Perfectly fine. Just like that. Add a little bit of extra product in there. You're gonna come in with your little brush to do contour, and you're gonna start contouring. Just like that. Getting that in that line. Do that duck face. And just like that. Get in that line. Don't be afraid. Bring it a little down. There you go. So now you have a really sharp line. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Now we're going to recreate this on the other side as well. Okay, so we're going to go in with black paint. We're just going to trace that line, that white line that we had there earlier. Go in it twice, make it as dark as possible. Add a little bit of extra water when you're doing this technique, so that way that paint is still fresh when you go in with this brush to contour it. It helps you blend easier than if the paint was to be a little bit more dry. So just make sure you blend in as fast as you can. If you feel that the paint is drying on you, just go back on top with a little bit of water and it will freshen up the paint. All right, so it should look something like this. Now we're gonna go in with the black paint again. Get that sharp black line in there. Just like that. Perfect. I love it. Now we're gonna go in the other one and make that black line as dark as possible. If we came out of alignment, just go over it a little bit and you create a new line so it will look sharper. So there you go. Now we're gonna go ahead and move in with our teeth and start detailing them. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna recreate a line, a straight black line across, just like this. Just like that. Now we're gonna do a black line on our upper lip, just like this. Just like that, only in our upper lip. It doesn't have to be straight. Just like that. And since the paint is still fresh, we're gonna move our lips. And it's gonna do the trick on our bottom lips. So we don't have to keep going. So we have that line. If we have any white paint on this side inside, go in with a lock and make it dark. We're gonna start by joining our teeth, just like this, pointedly, just like that. And following these lines towards inner. Just like that. Perfect. We're gonna repeat it with the other ones. And just like that. Now we don't have to make these lines black. So don't worry about going up over them again and again. Just like that. Now do all the other sides coming towards it. Perfect. Now the bottom ones towards in. We don't want all of our teeth to look perfectly squared. So we need to give some shape to it. So we're gonna go in, let's say this one here is gonna be missing. This one's gonna be in a little tip. Just like that. So we're gonna continue detailing the teeth. And just doing straight lines in between, making them look old and rusty. So just straight lines, just like that. And then like that. A few lines like that. Just the little trick. Swipe the paint so your tip will look more firm. Perfect. So I went ahead and speed the process. All I'm doing here is really just making the teeth look a little bit more old, rusty. You could sort of see in some of them, I'm trying to make them like if they're broken, missing a piece, just going around the lips and making them look like dirty, you could say. Now here I'm just going ahead and actually drawing in the teeth one by one, just doing like a little circular motion from the top of my lip and just connecting them, so when I move my lips or actually speak, you will be able to see like a 3D dimensional on the tooth. It's really quite easy. All you have to do is like little half of circles from the top, and then we're going to go ahead and repeat the same process on the bottom teeth. Now a little tip for you, you want to make the lower tooth look longer. So what I did is do the lines right underneath, lower than my actual lip. So that will give them more dimensional when it comes to movement. Now remember, we are creating a skull, which is a dead skull. So the more unpleasant way that you make these teeth look, it will be better. So don't worry about your lines being straight. Don't matter of trying to make it look cute or nice. No, this is a skull. Get in it, get it dirty, and make it happen. Just like that. Do these lines a little bit more darker. Go over this one's here. Just like that. Perfect. Now we're gonna go in these little lines and just do these little lines here. Very detailed lines. Alrighty, we're officially done with the tooth. Time to move on. That's how we have it so far. Now we're gonna go around and do some detail with the block around our face, just like this. We want this here to look like that. Just paint black in there. Do a little bit of on our temples and join it with that black line. Just join it in there. Remove any extra hair and just go in and start painting in there. Remember, it needs to look black. So let me go ahead and do this really fast. Okay, so what we are trying to do here is avoid to show our natural color of hair, to try to match it with the fake hair that I have on me. It's a braid that I got made by one of my friends. Just try to get some color in there so that you won't see the difference tone of hair. So right now I'm just going around with black paint, and you will be able to see that I'm going to be getting a black eyeshadow and just going inside of my hair. Just getting all those hairlines dark enough so when we take pictures, they don't look different tones. Also, by doing this, I am giving more dimension towards that white paint around my forehead, so it will make those eyes stand out even more. Also, the black eyeshadow that you see that I'm about to apply, it's going to help me look like my hair is actually black, other than also help me when it comes to sweat. Remember, if you do powder on top of any cream that you'd use, it helps you control all that sweating. So this is perfect for a good night out, any event that you will be going to, that you will be dancing, running, trick-or-treating, anything that you have to do that involves sweats, this will get you covered. Just a little tiny one like this. Grab some of that black and just go detailing, like shading that black. Just shade in that black. Just like that. A little bit more. Shade in. Around this eye. On top. Just make it look rusty and old. Then on top of here. And then just the bottom here. A little bit more on this side. A little bit on the nose. And going up. The other tip. There we go. A little bit on the temples, a little bit on the cheek. Perfect. Then we're gonna go in with the black. With our biggest brush, it will be this one here. Some more detailing, put in the water. Go in with the black paint and start sculpting your neck area. Just like this. Going down. Straight line. Cut down on the chin. Just like that. straight line down, cut down on the chin. Remember, follow your own. Just like that. Now you could go in with a makeup wipe and clean all that excess white and black lines, and then you only have your face. But since we're gonna go big or go home, you're gonna go in with that black and just start shading all of your neck area black. I will be wearing a black colorful dress for this look, so I wanted to blend in with the black. I'm gonna go do this off camera and then I'll come back and see you guys. Alrighty, so while you guys see me doing my neck, I would like to come in here and say thank you very much for watching this video so far. I really hope you guys recreate this look, and if you guys do so, please tag me. I would love to see you guys recreating this. I know that school will be giving out 2 lucky winners for me to do their makeup. I am really excited about that, so keep watching and hopefully you guys are one of those lucky winners. Alright, so we are back. I brought the black paint all the way down to my neck. I pop in some accessories. Now we're going to go in and do probably like 2 little bones on the bottom of my neck here. And we're going to go in with our white paint, our detail big brush. Get as much paint in our brush as possible. And just do probably like 2 little bones just to give it that little look, as in like continue to the skull. So we're going to start from the bottom up. And here we go. Remember, once we mix white with black, it's going to turn gray. So we want to keep cleaning our brush as we go, because we don't want to bring any black paint in here. So clean the brush, come back, grab a little bit of more white, and start filling in. Alrighty, so we're going to start filling in the first bone. Then we're going to go ahead and do 2 more. So it's going to be like a large, a medium, and then a small, pretty much all the way to almost close to my jaw, to my bottom jaw. Just remember to always keep cleaning your brush to get that white paint in there. And always have fun. Just have fun. I mean, like you could see here, the bones are something very simple. I didn't went in there with so many detail. I just needed to hurry up and make this video to a certain amount of time. But if you guys are interested on seeing details on a bones, I will be having more videos like this coming up. Feel free to follow my social media and you will be able to see all of these tutorials that I have. So once again, just right now doing the 3rd bone, just something so simple and coming in with the details, and hopefully you guys are liking the final result. There you go. Now we're just gonna wait for that to set. We're gonna add some roses into our braid to look a little bit more Katrina looking. We got some red roses right here, and we're just gonna add them in our hair, and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, and this is the final look. I went ahead and add some accessories to make it look more realistic. And yes, I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial as much as I did. I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' recreation on this look. Feel free to tag me. I will love to see this. And once again, thank you so much to Rancho High School and to you guys for allowing me to come in here and teach you guys how to recreate this skull. Thank you so much. I feel very honored and very blessed. So you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you and God bless. Bye.